Morning, everyone.
Good morning, sir.
Morning. Kavyans, can you come in video? Okay. Good morning, students. Let us wait for 1 minute.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning. Good morning. Okay, let us start our class. Can you see what I written here? Okay, business transactions. Business transaction means some activity that is always we can understand in terms of money. Okay, transaction is an activity that we can understand in terms of money, and that event or that activity should make changes in the value of assets, liabilities, or capital. That is known as a business transactions. Once again repeating, business transaction is an activity that we can measure in terms of money or in terms of some value will be there in that activity. And that, because of that activity, there will be some changes in the value of assets, capital, or liabilities. That is known as a business transactions. For example, I have purchased a furniture for rupees 10,000. I means business. Okay, business purchased a furniture for rupees 10,000. Here, the value of furniture is 10,000, and the furniture is one of the assets. So this transaction will make changes in the value of assets. So purchases of furniture for rupees 10,000 is a business transactions. And another example I am telling, I means business appointed an employee. Here, it is not a business transaction because here monetary is not there, money is not there. I just appointed one employee or one person I taken as an employee to the business. So here I am not giving the money now. But if I am giving salary of rupees 5,000, this is a business transactions. So business transaction means this is an activity that we can measure in terms of money, and it should make some changes in the asset, capital or liabilities. Then only we can take that activity as a business transactions. So I told one example, purchases of furniture for rupees 10,000. Here money is there. How much is the money? 10,000. And the second thing, this effect of this transaction will be, this is making some changes in the value of assets in the business. Whenever we are purchasing the furniture, it is one of the asset. So it will make some changes in the business. That is known as business transactions. And the second one, I told appointed one person into the business as an employee. This is not a business transaction because here I did not give any money. I appointed, this is also a transaction, but here monetary is not there, money is not there. So business transaction means always that we can measure through money. Then only that will be a business transactions. Payment of salary. Payment of salary rupees 6,000. This is a business transaction because in that money is there. Money we are giving. Then it will change the value of assets or liabilities in the business. So did you get a small idea regarding business transactions? Business transaction is an activity that we can measure in terms of money, and its result will be, it should result in the changes in the value of assets, capital and liabilities. Then only this is becoming a business transactions. Okay. Then in accounting, when we are recording these business transactions, we are following one system. That system is known as whenever we are recording the business transactions, only business transaction only we will record in the books of accounts. Whenever we are appointing one person as an employee, this we are not going to record. But if we are giving salary rupees of 6,000, that we will record. And if you are purchasing some furniture, if you are purchasing one furniture by giving 10,000, this will record. Okay. And whenever we are recording the transactions, we are using one system. That system is known as double entry system. This system is a widely using. This is a generally accepted system. It means this system is applicable not only in our India, outside the India also the same system they are following. So all over the world, this double entry system we are following. Then what is the meaning of double entry system? Double entry system means whenever we are taking any business transactions, whenever we are taking one business transaction, we will find out two aspects for that transaction. One transaction will have two aspects. Like if we are taking one coin, that coin is having two sides. Okay, one coin is having two sides. The same way, if we are taking one transaction, that transaction is having two aspects. That aspect will be, one is receiving and the second one is giving. So whenever we are taking one transaction, that transaction is having two aspects. One is receiving aspect and the second one is the giving aspect. And when we are recording one transaction, it's a receiving aspect as well as giving aspect we are recording. So one transaction should have two recording. We are not recording two times. That is wrong. One transaction is having two aspects. That aspect is one aspect is a receiving aspect. Receiving aspect. And the second one is the giving aspect. Receiving aspect and giving aspect is there. So one transaction when you are taking, that a transaction is having receiving aspect and giving aspect. So when we are recording the receiving as well as giving aspects, it is known as double entry system, because this is the first one, this is second one. The number 2 we are using, sometimes we are using double. Okay, double we are using in the sense of 2. So one transaction, whenever we are recording in the books of accounts, in that receiving and giving aspect we will record. That is known as double entry system. Okay, always whenever we are taking any transaction, in that receiving aspect and giving aspect will be there. Both we will record. So if you recorded a 2 transaction, then definitely 4 aspect will be there. If you are recording 2 transaction, there will be 4 aspects. Then whenever we are considering some transactions, we will not get any receiving aspect. In that time, there will be a receiver. If a receiving aspect is not there, then we will get a receiver from that transaction. Either receiver will be there. And whenever one transactions we are studying, in that giving aspect will not be there, then we will consider giver. Okay, so giving or giver aspect will be there, receiving or receiver aspect will be there for every transactions. And whenever one transaction happens, we will record this and this. That is why it is known as double entry system. We can see one example. Okay, one example we can see. I am writing one transaction here. Purchase them. Furniture. ₹1. 10,000. This is one transaction. It is a one business transaction because money is there. And this transaction should result in the changes in the value of assets. Furniture is one of the assets. Whenever we are purchasing the asset, whenever we are purchasing the furniture, the value is changing. The value of furniture is changing in the business. That is why it is a business transaction. Then, in this transaction, what is receiving aspects and what is giving aspects? So here, receiving aspect will be, I am writing short form RA. R stands for receiving, A for aspect. Receiving aspects and giving aspects. Here, we are thinking from the side of the business. Always, whenever we are recording the transactions, the important thing is we will think from the side of the business, not from the side of the businessman or any other person. When we are thinking from the side of the business, what is happening? A furniture is coming into the business. Furniture is receiving. Business is receiving furniture. So the receiving aspect will be furniture. Receiving aspect is furniture. And what is the giving aspect? Or what the business is given? Any idea? Purchased furniture worth ₹10,000. One thing is clear. Business is received furniture. That is the receiving aspect. Then what will be the giving aspect?
Sir, money, ₹10,000.
Yes, money be given. So the giving aspect is money or cash. Okay. So one transaction only this one. Purchased furniture worth ₹10,000. This is the one transaction. In that transaction, receiving aspect is a furniture. Think from the side of the business. Business is receiving furniture. At the same time, simply we will not get a furniture. For that, we need to give cash. So giving aspect, what will be given, that will be cash. Is it clear? Then whenever we are recording the transactions, this both will be recording. We will record furniture as well as cash. That is known as a double entry system. Whenever we are recording the business transaction, we will not write this sentence. No need of writing the sentence. We will find out what is the receiving aspect, what is the giving aspect. That we will write in a some systematic way. Okay, that we will study later. How this transaction we can write. Before that, we need to find out what is the receiving aspect and the giving aspect. That is the first step. Every transaction will have a receiving or a receiver, giving or giver aspect will be there. This we have to identify, we have to find out. Then only we can go to the next step. Okay, so this transactions both aspect we understood now. Then next transaction. One transaction return. Can you see that? I will read that one. Cash received from Ram rupees 7,000. It is one transaction. Then in that receiving aspect and the giving aspect we have to find out. Here receiving aspect will be. That is very clearly we can understand the receiving aspect. Think from the side of the business, not from the side of the RAM. Okay, the transaction we can read this way. Cash received from RAM. Who received the cash? Business is received the cash. Always think from the side of the business, not from the RAM. Okay, business is a artificial person. We can think from the side of that artificial person. Then, when everything is from the side of the business, what is the receiving aspect? In that receiving aspect is there. Business received cash. So receiving aspect is a cash. Then, in that, this one giving aspect is not there. We did not give anything. Did we give something to Ram? In this transaction, nothing we given, right? Then we are saying that this one giver. If a giving aspect is not there, we can think about the received or giver is there or not. In that transaction, who is the giver of this much cash? Who is the giver or who is giving?
The Ram.
Ram is giving. So the giving aspect is the Ram. So when we are recording these transactions in our books, we will take cash and Ram. Okay? That is known as a double entry system. One transaction, for that transaction we are finding two aspects. Both the aspect will be recording. Receiving aspect as well as giving aspect we are recording for each transaction. That method is known as double entry system. Okay. Third example. sold goods worth rupees 8,000. This is also one business transaction because in that we can measure in money, and this will make some changes in the business. Either asset will change or liability will change, otherwise the capital will change. Then it is a business transaction. And this business transaction also having this two aspects, the receiving aspect and the giving aspect. The receiving aspect will be so when we are selling goods worth rupees 8,000, here we are giving something. Think from the side of the business. Business is giving something. What the business gives? Goods is giving, okay? Business is giving goods. So the giving aspect will be business is giving goods. So here we can write goods. Then what is the receiving aspect or what we received? Cash we received, right? When we sold goods, we means business. When the business enterprise sold goods, then business will receive the cash. Then the receiving aspect will be cash. So here also one business transaction we do. In that two aspects we find out. And when we are recording this transaction, we will record cash and goods. This is known as double entry system. If we are recording only cash, then it is not a double entry. We have to record other aspect also. Every transaction will have two aspects. One is receiving or receiver, and the second one is giving or giver. So this both we will record simultaneously. We will not record one. Both we have to write. Then only it will be a double entry system. So 3 examples I given. Now, fourth one, if you want, you can note it. It is not given the test book. Okay, this is not given the test book. You please write the only these transactions. First one is this I given. RA means receiving aspect. This is a giving aspect. So if you want, I will give a 1 minute time. You can record it. You can note it.
Good morning, sir.
Yes, good morning.
Sir, please explain one's double entry system.
Double entry system.
Yes, sir.
Double entry system means every business transactions will have two aspects. Both the aspect we are recording for one transaction. That is known as double entry system. Entry means writing. Okay. We are writing two things for one transaction. That is known as a double entry system. It does not mean that one transaction we are writing 2 times. That is wrong. We will write only one time only. But what we are writing? One transaction's 2 aspects. Both we are writing simultaneously. That is known as double entry system.
Okay.
And if we are taking one coin, that coin is having 2 sides. Okay,
Yes, sir.
same way, whenever we are taking the transaction, it has 2 sides or 2 aspects. One is receiving or receiver, and the second one is giving or giver. So from every transaction, we will find out that this both the aspects that will record. And earlier, the business was using not double entry system. Whenever they are giving cash only they are writing. Cash was reducing, so they will record only cash. And whenever they are selling the goods, they will receive the cash. So they are recording only cash. Means only one aspect only. Earlier days, the people were recording. But now our system is developed. Now all over the world, we are using double entry system. Every business transaction, we can easily find two aspects. One is the receiving aspect, and the second one is the giving. So both the aspects we are recording simultaneously. On the same time, we are recording both the transaction, and this is known as double entry system.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
So this is three transaction, and it's both the aspect is recorded, noted. Then we can go to fourth example. I will read it. Paid cash to Shyam, rupees 5,000. Paid cash to Shyam, rupees 5,000. Here also two aspects will be there. Then here receiving aspect and the giving aspect. So here giving aspect is clear. What to be given? What the business gave, that is cash. So giving aspect is cash. Then what to be received now? If you are thinking about the receiving aspect there, nothing is there. We did not receive anything. Right now, the transaction is paid cash to Shyam, rupees 5,000. So whenever we are thinking from the side of the business, giving aspect is there. We gave cash. Paid means we are giving. Okay. Gave cash. The transaction we can write a gave cash to Shyam, rupees 5,000. So the giving aspect is the cash. Then what is the receiving aspect? In this transaction, we did not receive nothing. So that receiving we can change. We can think about the receiver. Who is the receiver? Who is the receiver of that cash? Then we will get one answer. Okay? Who is the receiver of that cash? When the business gave a cash to Shyam, Shyam is the receiver. Right? Shyam is the receiver. So we can write Shyam. So for these transactions, the receiving aspect is Shyam. If you are receiving, if you are thinking about the receiving, if answer is not coming, you think about the receiver. Then answer will be there. Receiver is the Shyam, and what is the giving aspect? We gave a cash. The cash is the giving aspect. Okay. Now another example. Listen, suppose the name of our business firm. Name of the business firm is ABC Enterprises. Okay, the name of the business firm is ABC Enterprises. Then I am writing on transactions. ABC Enterprises paid cash to Shyam, rupees 5,000. This is a transaction whenever we are considering. I told you always we have to think from the side of the business. Means we are standing from the side of ABC Enterprises. We have to think from that side. Can you see this one? I have written on the blackboard. Can you see?
No, sir.
Okay, wait. ABC Enterprises paid cash to Shyam rupees 5,000. In this, receiving aspect, giving aspect is there, that is a cash. It is the same to this transaction only. Okay, and if the transaction is given in this way, giving aspect is that is cash, and receiving aspect is or the receiver is Shyam. And if you are thinking this way, who is the giver of that cash? Who is the giver of that cash? Shyam is the receiver. When the ABC Enterprises paid cash to Shyam, Shyam is the receiver. Okay? And who is the giver?
ABC Enterprises.
Correct. ABC Enterprises. Then we will not consider ABC Enterprises here. ABC Enterprises we will not consider. Okay. We are getting giving aspect is there. Giving aspect will be cash only. We will not think about who is the giver. What I am telling is, whenever we are thinking from the side of ABC Enterprises will not come either in the receiving aspect or giving aspect. Okay. Whenever we are thinking from the side of the ABC Enterprises, always ABC Enterprises will be receiver or giver. What are the transactions we are considering? In every transactions, ABC Enterprises will be there as receiver or giver. But that we will not consider. In the book of ABC Enterprises, we will not consider ABC Enterprises. Always this ABC Enterprises will be a receiver or giver. That we will consider. Understood? So this ABC Enterprises will not come. In the book of ABC Enterprises will not come either in the receiver or a giver. No need to mind that. Avoiding ABC Enterprises, we will get two aspects. It is one of the important things. If we are writing business transactions in the book of Bata India Limited, then Bata India Limited's name will not come in any debit, any receiving aspect and giving aspect. But they will not consider. Clear? Actually, this transaction and this transaction is the same only. We are showing in a different way, that only. Here also, we started with the paid cash to Shyam rupees 5,000. The same transaction only. And who paid this one? Actually, these transactions are given from the side of, or the transactions are happened in ABC Enterprises. Okay, these transactions are happened in ABC Enterprises. So this is transaction is the same as this only. Here we did not say that who paid, but that is understood. This is a silent in the question. Who paid? That is a silent in the question. But we can understand that ABC Enterprises are paid cash to Shyam rupees 5,000. This is a transaction and this is a transaction is the same only. What I am telling is there is no need of considering ABC Enterprises whenever we are recording the transactions in the book of ABC Enterprises. Okay. If I am doing one business, then always my business will be there in the receiver or in the giver. That we will not consider. We have to avoid our own business in the transactions. Whenever we are finding receiving aspect and the giving aspect, we will not consider our business firm. Okay, no need of considering our business firm. That will be there. So we need only two aspects. If we are considering this ABC Enterprises, then three aspects will come. We are following double entry system, not a triple entry. Are you getting my point? We are following double entry system. According to double entry system, the business firm will not come in the one of the aspects. Clear? And sometimes instead of here Shyam is a real person. We can write there any other business firm's name. For example, here we can write paid cash to Little Flower School, LFS. Okay. ABC Enterprises paid cash to Little Flower School, rupees 5,000. Then this will be LFS will come as in the place of Shyam. LFS is an institution. What I am telling is, whenever we are considering receiver, it should not be always a real person. That may be artificial person also. Or a institution is an artificial person. We can give a cash to here, we can write ABC Enterprises paid cash to Central Bank. Okay, we can write there Central Bank. Then receiving aspect will be, who is the receiver? Central Bank is the receiver. Here in the place of LFS we can write Central Bank. But we will not write the ABC Enterprises in this receiving aspect or in the giving aspect. That we will not consider. Clear? Just 1 minute. Okay, did you understand what I told you? It is one of the important things. Whenever next step is, we need to record the transactions. This one transaction is given, we will write only Shyam and cash only. We will not write this sentence in our books. Then, before writing, we should understand that what will be the receiving aspect, what will be the giving aspect. This we need to, firstly we have to identify, then only we can record the transactions. Okay. So, I will give you some transactions, you can note it, and you please write the receiving aspect and the giving aspect for that. Okay, I am giving some transactions. You please note it. Wait. All of you, please take care. Please note it. Okay, first one. Purchased goods. Purchased goods worth rupees 20,000. Purchased goods worth rupees 20,000. Next one, purchased furniture. Purchased furniture worth rupees 6,000. Next, sold goods. Sold goods rupees 13,000. Sold goods rupees 13,000. Next one, paid cash. Paid cash to Subhash. Paid cash to Subhash. Rupees 8,000. And one more. Received cash from Mahesh. Received cash from Mahesh. Received cash from Mahesh. Rupees 8,000. Okay, so I given 5 transactions. 5 transactions. For these transactions, you need to find out what is the receiving aspect and the giving aspect. Okay, and all of you please note my phone number. All of you please note my phone number. 95 32 51 6588. I will repeat 95 32 51 6588. So this 5 transactions answer you write on a paper, take one photo that you send it to me. Okay, through WhatsApp. And you have to mention your name and class also. Clear? Okay, then our today's class is over. Thank you for all.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, welcome.
Thank you, sir.
Sir.